let's keep on with the story. Okay. So, spies. Agamemnon knew Odysseus was right, but even though he went to bed, he couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, thinking about the campfire just beyond the wall. Was it really sensible to stay and fight? What would they do if the Trojans launched a night attack? Won't it be wiser to hurry aboard their ships and sail away while they still had a chance? At last, he dressed and went outside to wander around the camp. He checked the sentry and then called the other leaders together for a midnight council. Wow, the second meeting. They gathered outside on the very spot where the Trojans had turned back the evening before. Nestor looked out at the campfire burning on the plain. A brave man could sneak across there, he said slowly. He might even be able to listen to what the Trojans are saying. Oh, Spies. There was a long silence. Then Diomedes said, I will go. Will anyone come with me? At once, several others stepped forward. Choose someone, said Agamemnon. I will take Odysseus. Diomedes said quickly, I'd go through fire with him. And his brain moves even faster than the sword. Because he's smart. I would like to go with Odysseus. Don't waste time flattering me, muttered Odysseus. Let's go before it gets too light. Before they went, they disguised themselves in borrowed helmets. Odysseus wore one belonging to Meriones, decorated with boa's tusk, and Diomedes pulled on a young warrior's leather skull cap. Then, like lions slinking through the darkness, they crept across the plain, picking their way among the bodies of dead soldiers. They weren't the only spies sent out that night. Hector had had the same idea as Nestor. He offered a rich reward to any Trojan who would sneak over the wall and spy on the Greek ships. At first, no one dared to volunteer. Finally, one of the Trojan heralds stepped forward, an ugly man named Dolan. Dolan, not so ugly. I will go, he said, but I want a reward when we've conquered the Greeks. Promise that you will give me Achilles' chariot and his immortal horses. No other Trojan shall ride behind those horses, said Hector. If only he'd been able to look into the future. If only he'd guess which Trojan would really travel behind Achilles' horses, but he didn't know what he was saying. Dolan disguised himself in a wolfskin cloak and a cap of fur. Yeah. Slipping away from the Trojan camp. He ran across the battlefield towards the Greek wall, but he moved clumsily, and Odysseus saw him coming. Look, there is a Trojan spy, Odysseus whispered to Diomedes. As soon as he has gone past, let's grab him from behind. Diomedes nodded. They turned off the pass and crushed down among the bodies of the dead. Dillon ran by without seeing them, and they jumped up and started chasing him. When Dillon heard them, he tried to circle back to the Trojan camp, but Diomedes and Odysseus split up, one going left and one right, heading him off like a sheepdog. As they approached the Greek sentries, Diomedes picked up speed. Stop, he yelled at Dolan, or you will be a dead man. As he shouted, he threw his spear, aiming deliberately high. The spear whistled over Dolan's shoulder. He deliberately. And he skidded to a stop. When Odysseus and Diomedes seized him, he burst into tears. They intentionally did not kill him. Don't kill me, he blabbered. Please don't kill me. My father will give you a good ransom if you send me back alive. I am not really a spy. It's all Hector's fault. He bribed me. He said he would give me Achilles' chariot and his horses. Odysseus smiled grimly at the thought of such a coward driving Achilles' immortal horses. We are not interested in you, he snapped. We want to know about the Trojan troops. Immediately, Dolan blurted out everything he knew. Wow, Dolan. Immediately, Dolan blurted out everything he knew. He told them exactly where all the different units were camped. The Thracians are nearest. The Thracians. Thracians, 色雷斯人类 relating to occurrence of the ancient country of Thrace. The Thracians are nearest, so this is the camp of Thrace. The Thracians are nearest, he said, and Rhesus, their king, has some wonderful horses. They are fast and white and beautiful. Why don't you steal them if you let me go? If we let you go, you will spy on us again, Diomedes said shortly. There's only one way to stop you making trouble. He swung his sword suddenly, and Dolan's head flew off his body and thudded to the ground. That is not gentleman. Diomedes and Odysseus stripped off Dolan's armor and hid it in a bush. Oh, I don't like it. Oh. Then they crept on towards the Trojan camp. Everything was exactly as Dolan had described. The Thracians were sleeping peacefully beside their horses. As Odysseus and Diomedes lifted their swords, King Ruiz was in the middle of a nightmare about Diomedes. He woke up suddenly and found that his dream was true. The nightmare figure was there, looming over him. A second later, he was dead. Odysseus ran to untie the horses, and Diomedes moved through the camp, swinging his sword again and again, and he killed a dozen more Thracians by the time Odysseus whistled to show that he was ready. He and Diomedes leaped onto two of the horses and galloped away across the plain, taking the others with them. They left just in time. As they rode away, the rest of the Thracians woke up. They stared around in horror at their dead comrades and the empty space where the horses had been. Odysseus and Diomedes paused for a second to snatch up Dolan's armor, and then galloped furiously towards the ships. Before the first light of dawn, they had reached the earth wall, and the sentry were opening the gates to let them through. When the Greeks saw the splendid horses Odysseus and Ajax had brought back, they were filled with new confidence. All at once, they were eager to fight the Trojan again. Odysseus and Ajax had brought back. Is there something wrong? It's Odysseus and Diomedes brought back. Oh. They do not deserve to win. I'm sorry to put my heart into it, but they do not deserve it. They do not. They do not. they do not.